All right, so an internet marketing company wants to determine the current percentage of customers who click on ads on their smartphones. How many customers should the company survey in order to be 90% confident that the estimated proportion is within 5 percentage points? Okay, EBP is 0.05. Confidence level is 0.90. We're going to use p hat equals 0.5 and q hat equals 0.5 since these are not given. And you're like, right, I'm not going to know the sample proportion until I sample, and I can't sample until I know how many people to sample. So this is a really good rule of thumb. Make sure you put this on your notes sheet. N is equal to z squared p hat q hat over EBP squared. So 1.645 squared times 0.5 times 0.5, enter, divide by 0.05 squared, enter. And I must have screwed up something here. Oh, I hit enter twice. So the answer that I want is actually this answer, 271. I just accidentally hit enter again. I was like, that's a really big sample size. Okay, good. 271 people. I can handle that. 108,000 looks a little overwhelming. The rest of this page is just me reminding you of the various symbols that we've got. X bar represents the sample mean. P hat represents the sample proportion, x out of n. Mu is the population mean. Sigma, population standard deviation. Alpha is 1 minus the confidence level, and it is the probability that the confidence interval doesn't contain the parameter. If you've got 90% confidence, then there's a 10% chance that the confidence interval doesn't contain the parameter. The population proportion is P, S is the sample standard deviation, N is sample size, Z is a Z-score, confidence level you write as a decimal, so don't say 95, say 0.95. T distribution is similar to Z, use T when sigma is unknown. DF represents degrees of freedom, and it's just N minus 1. And we have one more little problem here. Let X be the number of credits an LCC student is taking. 35 students are sampled. We have our sample mean, X bar equals 13.4 credits. So I'll just make a note of that. X bar is equal to 13.4. I really recommend always writing down everything that's been given in the problem. When you attach the symbol to the number, you're doing yourself a huge favor, which is why I'm reviewing what all the symbols are for each quantity. We do not know the population mean mu. Confidence level is 0.95. We do know that the population standard deviation is 2.4. So sigma is 2.4 credits. Now I went from confidence level 0.95 to telling you that Z is 1.96. Are you okay with that? Yeah, that's the correct Z score. So the EBM will be Z times sigma over root n, 1.96 times 2.4 over root 35, and that gives me 0.7951. And then I just do X bar plus or minus the EBM. And that gives me my confidence interval. So we're 95% confident that the population mean number of credits that a student is taking is between 12.6 and 14.2. And again, don't get hung up on the fact that these are decimals. I know that you can only take 12 credits or 13 credits, but our interval can have decimals in it, no problem.